Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We've got this team to look forward to, although I'm going to delay talking about that for just a moment. We've got a couple player picks here to take a look at. We'll save the team of the season one from rivals for last. We'll do these 1 of 4 87s first. I'm going to have, where's Mark Trafford? James Trafford. Well, it's a blue, I guess I won't complain. Go this one next. It's going to be no blue. That is significantly more disappointing. Alright. Go here. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Wow. And followed by... Come on, we got so messed up on the other account with all of our rewards. Give me something here. Well, welcome to FC25. This is... packs have been so bad this year. Alright. We'll literally just take fodder here. It does not matter. I don't think these cards even sell, so... Anyway, we'll take a look at the team here. Now we're doing Mateo once again. You just saw me use her, you know, for all of the other weekend league, but we're going for two rank ones in a row. We are going to give a try to Vitinha. He's not exactly the card I want. Long ball plus is mainly what's disappointing. If he had any other... Like, I would trade long ball entirely for pinged or ticky, but it is what it is. Had like 5-star skills, oh well. He does have incredible base stats, decent body type, and he's explosive, which is important. So we'll see how good the Press Proven Plus is on him. It hasn't been the playstyle I've been going for primarily. I've been preferring my Trickster. So I've had Lanzini and Madry as the other ones I'm debating from the bench there. We'll give him a go. I used his Winter Wildcard for so long that it's only kind of fair I give this one an attempt. I might as well. A lot of the team you were familiar with from the last week, well... The wingers, the front three you're familiar with from the other video. The difference is going to be, though, this Mata is exactly the same except has press proven and inners out, so the press proven's a big deal. This Neymar is exactly the same except for tiki-taka and press proven. So those two are both a big deal. This one's also better with 98 stamina, slightly better attack positioning. I think it's 90 shooting instead of 88. I think the passing was the same. I think the dribbling's the same. So pretty much the same card, but two better playstyles and all that. This Conte is going to absolutely carry us at CDM. I'm positive of it as a single holding CDM, just about perfect. For me, and you're familiar with the back line, so we're going with Quick Step and then Quick Step Plus across the two center backs. I'm sacrificing Anticipate Plus there, so we'll see how that goes. Hall and Quoto, you're familiar with for this point. Team's going to be about the same, although I might be trying out attack on the wingers a little bit more than roaming. We'll see. Everything else is the same between those two setups. We just got 15 though, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. We'll see for the first time this year, and the first time ever, although this is the only year I've ever done 2 accounts. But my first ever time, let's see if we can get 2 rank 1s in one weekend. Wish me luck, everybody. Let's get going. Well, hello there. Let's get on started with me conceding immediately. I feel like this has happened every game in the last qualifiers for me. I don't know why, but I always concede first. Anyway. Welcome on in to... my favorite weekend I've played this year, which is quite a surprise given that Premier League TOTS is almost always one of the most difficult ones, so I'm genuinely quite surprised that we were able to get something good going here. Brilliant little move there with the directional nutmeg as we do it again with Neymar, but firstly with Vitinha. And as you saw with the other gameplay, if you saw us on the alt account, of course that was a 15-0, we're gunning for 2 of them here. Low drivens are going to be a massive feature. We've got it across all of the front 3, including low driven plus on Mateo. And she just doesn't miss. It's the most guaranteed finishing I think I've had in any FIFA. I cannot believe how easily she'll put the ball in the back of the net with this playstyle. It's so important to have there, especially in that center striker spot, I think. Yeah, good luck covering. Just make sure absolutely everything goes in. No concerns whatsoever. Good little pass across there, and I think we're already showing some good gameplay here in the qualifiers. That's always a nice little thing for me. I have had some people ask, why do I go ahead and play all the games of the qualifiers? You only need to win the 2, but for me, I think it's a bit of a warm-up as we get a free win. Not exactly something I'm needing here, but Oh well, we'll take it. But yeah, actually in the past years, I used to use the qualifiers as just like a skilling only, not doing anything else, just scoring only the fanciest goals I can imagine. I can't really do that this year, actually. I found the game just more difficult to do that kind of thing. You really have to be in the perfect spot to set up your dribbles, like your montage type play stuff. It doesn't really just come naturally with the game. Just where the positioning is, the players don't get in the right spots, or the defense is too strong, whatever it is. Good. Anyhow, so yeah, we take these a little bit more competitively than perhaps we need to. And I'm sorry to my opponents that just don't stand a chance when they face up against me in qualifiers. Speaking of, we're actually going to go down, looks like by 2 here. Ooh. Is that a red card on Pavar? That's going to be a red card on Pavar. Unfortunate. I am looking to add Anticipate Plus onto Maldini, and I'm probably going to replace Pavar with an Anticipate Plus center back this weekend. Or the upcoming weekend, so... Yeah, we'll see if that's able to eliminate some of those red cards, although... Spoiler alert, perhaps not. We'll see. But anyway... Actually, struggling quite a bit with my tackling in this match. Not the greatest defending. And this is something you get with a 4-3-3 holding. It's not... I feel like I'm personally better defensively with this formation than I was with 4-4-1-1. But your players are more spread apart. So if you do miss a tackle, then it's a much, bigger punishment for you. That's going to be Fermin. And that's a big reason why I don't feel like I need Incisive Plus. Now, Fermin's, of course, 99 passing and Incisive minus, so you expect him to be able to make those, but I don't feel a big difference between the plus and the minus for what I do. So yeah, just having that playstyle on its own is more than enough there. Unfortunately here, going down by 2 in qualifiers. Blocked by Maldini's is going to fall to me. Oh, of course not. Oh, no. We're actually down by 3 in qualifiers with the red card included and everything. Gonna have to rely on Vitinha here. Now, he's a new inclusion this weekend. I had to give him a try. I'm not the biggest fan of what they've given for this card. Tech Plus and Press Proven, of course, are great, but only having long ball instead of any other passing playstyle is a little bit of a disappointment on him. But hey, it is what it is. He will be important for us this weekend, but he's not as good of a card as I was hoping for. As we just get unfathomably lucky there. I'm very glad not to lose in qualifiers. It just kind of is a bit of a... Again, it's like a mental confidence thing for me. Yeah, able to just about sneak the win back here with some great play there with Mateo. Down the wing, of course. It was, I think, Neymar there that I subbed off for the red card. So pretty much all of our play for the rest of the match went down the right side with Mata. Gonna have a much better start here. Easier game. The first game of actual finals instead of the qualifiers ones there. Oh, excuse me. That was... We hadn't swapped on over yet. I wasn't paying attention. That's on me. Great pass there by Quoto. Of course, having that pinged on him is great. Nice finish there from Mata. We'll take that as a start to the actual finals here. I swear to you, she was... And Vitinha, I expected his dribbling to be better. I had to give this one a try because the Winter Wild card was in the team for so long. This one just seemed a bit of a letdown. I don't know what it was, but his dribbling just didn't feel agile to me. The press proven almost seemed to make him heavier. Whereas it makes like Mateo a lot better on the ball for me. Vitinha, it just seemed like it made him not less predictable, less quick. He felt like a really slow card to me. I don't know what it was. You expect Tech Plus. Oh, that's a great skill move there from Mata. You expect Tech Plus and of course Press Proven to be a great combination together. They should work side by side. Not to mention he's got really high pace on the basic chem style to get his sprint speed up and all that. Not that he needs too much more pace. He's getting a finish there, but you have seen him miss quite a few. He will come important for us in some of the later games, but something about his finishing was definitely seeming like it's going to be a letdown early on. What is going on with the bounces here? Yeah, we'll take the goal. But I don't know, my players just ran in the way of each other. Seems to be a bit of a feature of some of the games lately, I feel, is just a little bit of these oddities, this randomness. Very, very bouncy game recently. We're going to talk about that even more, unfortunately, the next weekend after this. But something with the game, to me, just seems very, very hard to control. And you know my playstyle, I like to not really rely on any of the RNG. I just like to make sure everything I do is going to be pretty much guaranteed. I know what the result is going to be beforehand. Yeah, I've done these actions all 1,000 times and 1,000 times again. But I don't know, just part of, I mentioned this in pretty much every Weekend League video, part of the necessity that, like, here's a bounce back to me. It really feels like those bounces just need to go your way, and not just for a couple games, but the whole weekend, to really be able to get your 15s this year. So perhaps a good sign here in these early matches that we're getting some that are falling back to us. Here's Vitinha. That's actually a nice little shift, and that's what I mean. He seems like he's just a bit of a letdown. Like, he can be great in this moment or two here, but he just lacks a little bit of that consistency. I don't know what it is for this card. Whereas that time, with the goalkeeper movement, we'll slot that in easily near post and the 5-star weak foot. But do I recommend him? What was that? Was that a shot? I'm sorry, we're going to have to watch that one again. I forgot about this little clip. What on earth? Can't say I've ever conceded a goal like that in FIFA before. But Vitinha, I mean, for 150k, I think he's recommended, but he offers nothing like what Fermin Lopez does, and he offers nothing like what I think a more creative attacking player would do. And he's not super solid defensively either, missing anticipate, I would say. Or even just really anticipate or intercept playstyle pluses. And a little bit slow on the pace too. I just think there would be better options you're able to go with. Not that he's bad for the price though. There, of course, Mateo's showing us what she's made of. We'll be figuring out exactly all of that throughout this whole weekend, of course. Good little layoff. We're looking to get it back to her. She's got good passing too. We'll get it to Vitinha there on the finesse minus. He's able to slot that in. Now, that's a good finish there. Of course, you do expect him to put those away. Nice little move here. Looks like it's going. The opponent's defensive line was just a little bit offset. It allows Mateo to step on forward. Easy goal there. You just kind of, if you get that sense. Yeah, I love that for me. My AI player making a foul. I didn't see a foul there, actually. I'm surprised on that one. Hold on. Foul. I swear to you, that looked clean to me. Excuse me. But that's something that's very easy with this formation, is just the fact that it's, look at this one again real quick. I don't know. That looks fine to me. Anyway, part of the benefit, so this one's a little bit offset, and I think that's maybe something you get with the 4-3-3s. With the 4-4-1-1, when it's just kind of linear, when your striker and your cam are central, it's really hard to play a straight ball onto a straight runner, right? So if you're just trying to play a through ball onto that striker, then they're just kind of in the way. You have to dribble one side or the other to get a little offset to make that pass go on through. But the fact that your wingers here are both to the sides and your... What a phenomenal power shot that is. Finally able to take advantage of that playstyle. You don't get to use it much this year. But yeah, it's the low driven's so important too. Yeah, just having everybody like in a different, like the wingers are wide, the striker's central, the center mids are in the half space. All of them kind of occupying their own zone makes it a lot easier to get some of those passes through. Here with the 2-goal lead, I'm deciding, let's show off a little bit with Mateo. Very hard to defend that. Great little goal from her. And so we are... I believe this will be Sunday here. So I did the other account, the first like 7 games on Friday. The rest were on Saturday. This one we're coming back and doing these games until Sunday. I believe I go until game like 6 or 7 before deciding to finish the rest of the games up on Monday it was. Part of that's because it's so hard to find a match that just, like, I want to do my live streams and stuff pretty much every day. And if I'm trying to, like, if I finish all my champs games and I go into rivals and I'm like, oh, I've got, a couple more games to do on Sunday or Monday, or I want to stream, but I want to play something and champs done, then I just go into match and spend like 20 minutes queuing. It really does feel like there's not too many people left on the game, unfortunately. Nice finish there from Lewis Hall. I do actually kind of like that. I don't know if it's necessarily realistic. You don't see too many defenders getting to even just have the opportunity to take those shots much in real life. Of course, I expect a professional to be able to put the ball on target, any professional. But, again, you just don't get to see it happen much in a real match environment. But it is nice to see that the defenders are actually able to put the ball in the back of the net if it's in those easy enough situations. Brilliant, Mateo. That fake shot immediately into the low driven is so quick and so hard to defend. Looks like we'll have a nice little move here from Neymar as well. Perhaps, excuse me, a little bit of showboating as the goals start to go up and up here. We're going to utilize this Neymar plenty here. Let's Oh, some very nice play. We'll just cut back once more, I believe. Yeah, that's so easy. Let's go. Yeah, in some of the past FIFAs, the defenders, if they're in that situation, just miss, like, so easily, or always put the ball to the goalkeeper or whatever. So nice to have a little bit of assurance with the finishing this year. That is the, perhaps, one compliment I can give to EA, is the finishing is, like, okay. The goalkeeper movement is atrocious. It's very inconsistent, even if you do successfully move the goalkeeper. Sometimes they just don't save it that side, too. Oh, this is going to be a nice goal from Firmino, I believe, if I remember correctly. That's another power shot. That's decent. Yeah, the goalkeeper movement, I think, is horrendous, but without the movement, actually being able to score low Jivens finesses, not really power shots, but you can. Chip shots even work sometimes. I just wish you could dribble the goalkeeper, but everything else is decent enough. It's like the only good thing I can say about this year. Everything else is just a little bit off. This one, so I'm vying. I don't think I've really mentioned it yet here. I'm vying for my first ever 2 accounts rank 1 per 1 weekend. So this would be a full, if we do complete it in this video, it is a full 40, not losing in qualifiers across 2 accounts, and, ooh, yeah, that's not the most confident thing there from me. Oh, neither is that. What is that pass? This is unacceptable game. Not having too good of a time here in this one, it looks like. Right by the intercept +2, good finish. That's a shame. I'm definitely going to have to... Ooh, no. Not looking too good in this one, is it? Yeah, this would be my first ever double 15-0. Oh, and it bounces back. We're 3 down. Most of the match to go. We do still have all the time in the world. This can be mine, but it has not been a very confident start, and sometimes that's what you need, is just the tackle back. Falls back to you instead of falls back to them. The opponent gets 1 or 2 lucky ones. I need my lucky ones back sometimes. Good finish there. That's a giveaway. We're going to immediately go up on the counter once again. Conte's got some brilliant passing stats, although we don't really need to take advantage of any of it there. I'm sure this will be an easy enough finish there with Mata. Okay. Getting 2 goals back very quickly there, only 1 down. I'm sure we're able to come back in this, right? But yeah, it's just, speaking of the defender, never mind. I thought that was a goal from Pavar. Oh my word. Okay, yeah, let's talk about the bounces of this game. Because for me, it's just, I'll go this route and say, competitive integrity of just, do you really deserve to concede a goal like that when, the center back did shoot it at your goalie, saved, falls back to me, goes into the middle of the box there, tackles back, falls back to me. It's so designed to work for the attacker. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, it's actually designed. This Mateo card, I swear to you. I know some people are going to say, oh, it's designed to fall back to whoever EA decides, But I don't really go on all that stuff. I don't think there's some kind of secret coding that, the game's deciding who it wants to win and who it doesn't. Great move there from Firmino, and the easy enough pass over. 1 more. That's beautiful play. But again, it just really is dependent this year on if it's going to fall for you sometimes or not. And maybe, we're 7-0 here. I believe I'm starting to play here on Monday. And this looks so far like a weekend where it could just be falling my way. Everything just about working well enough for me. Nice little layoff here. We've got the counter set up with Vitinha. Team's a little wider here than I'd want, but we're still going to get the counter attack through just fine. This will be easy enough onto Mateo. And that card. She doesn't miss, even on the yellow timing. Beautiful finish. Mateo's absurd. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very happy with what I've done this weekend. I'm very proud of all my performances. And, there's 1 or 2 games, like it is with every weekend, where I just kind of let myself down, and I don't perform as well. I don't know what I start missing something. I'm not able to fully pull through all of the dribbling and everything that I want. However, everything else is just every other game. I have actually performed some really beautiful play this weekend, I think. Not to mention the amount of games we're playing and everything, all doing this on stream. Very proud of how I've done this weekend, and even if those couple games are a bit of a letdown with just needing to rely on the bounces or maybe some of the more meta sprinting counterattack goal stuff, I think I really have scored some really pretty ones this weekend, and you've seen a lot of them already. Not just in qualifiers, but of course the earlier, slightly easier games in champs, the finals. But for every pretty goal, there's a goal like that. You shoot it, it bounces, falls. This is what I mean, though. So it falls for me this weekend, right? Like, I'm getting these bounces. It doesn't feel good, though. I just want things to actually work how they're intended. If I shoot the ball directly at you, and you block it, that means I did poorly as an attacker. I should not be rewarded. And it's the fact there's no ability. Oh, this finish was very upsetting to me. I don't know how that's going in. Ooh, just about earning a pen there. I believe this one looks a little lucky. But hey, we'll take it off of the weird little angle they scored the first time. But it's just, this game's so unrewarding because there's no button to block. There's no button to block and request the ball be, sent somewhere. There's not like a heavy block or a soft block. Soft would be like you trying to retain possession, like just turn it into a dribble. Heavy block would be like, shin it out and just get it as far away as possible. Oh, that finish from Dumorne. Weak foot finesse shot, but with cards with high enough stats like these, not really. Something you can complain about conceding. Of course, I wasn't very happy about it in the moment. But we're going to get, again, the ball just bounces. It's falling back to me. Well, we'll point this one out, but I really do have to say, chat, this weekend. Like, that's not the best idea for them. Okay. Yeah, that one. I don't know. Of course, they put themselves in that tough position in the first place with the interception, but then it really is just a tackle through them, and that's what allows so much space. If the tackles, like, if you tackle the ball with an attacking player, but at least your defender is able... Ooh, I reacted quick enough to get that shot off. That's good. But if your defender at least, like, doesn't get stuck there, and you're able to at least get them back goal side. So, hey, the offense wins the ball, but it's not, like, a detriment to the defense as much. What is that? What just happened? Then I wouldn't complain about it so much. But it's the fact that, like, if you fail that kind of stuff, then your defender is stuck in a defensive animation for so long. They're just kind of stumbling. That there's really nothing you can do about it. And then all of a sudden you're just in so much worse of a position you'd be otherwise. It's like you get punished with losing the ball, and also you get punished with giving your opponent so much space. That's all the stuff to me. If there anything you could do to just control any of that, make it easier on you, or if it was down to a button press, and you don't press the button because you don't react in time, that's one thing. But you're just missing so much control in this game. Anyway, we're 10-0. I'm looking to make it 11 here pretty easily. But this Monday gameplay was something else. I swear to you, the game felt super different today on Monday. On Monday than it was on Sunday. And we're still getting some nice passing moves. That one's actually really nice. And I react quite fiercely in the actual live stream there. Yeah, I'm very proud of some of the goals we're able to get going. But we won't get as many on this Monday. And that's not, I wouldn't say the nerves or anything getting to me. It's the game felt entirely off. I don't know what it was, but something with my controller. But like I tested on another controller and it seemed off on both controllers, so I don't think it's mine being broken or anything. Oh, that's a nice move from Mateo. She's so strong sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it's a controller issue for me. I think it's just the game today on Monday. I don't know if it's a server thing or what. I felt like my aim was off. Like that hitting, not necessarily that one. The ball hitting the post just happens sometimes, but like that. That's clearly meant to go to Mateo, and it's deciding Neymar for some reason. That interception not going off, I feel like Pavar really could be getting that one. A little bit unlucky to be conceding that, I would say. I just felt like where the left stick was in the controller was different today. So I don't know what's going on with the game, and this one I'm very disappointed about conceding that. Of course, we're concerned about losing the lead. It's so late in the game here. A little bit of a bounce. Ooh, and I get saved by an animation. I get saved by a sliding animation. Now, that always disappoints me on defense. Because as an attacker, there's no button press to make them slide. There's no way to cue that animation. That's not like a decision the attacker made. Oh, there's a bounce. That's going to fall for me. Great little move there with the front three. And that's the benefit of this 4-3-3 holding, is having them all so close together in the box there. But it was as a result of a bounce there, so it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this game, it just feels like it's different day to day, or it's server-based, or whatever. I've done a lot of complaining, considering we are 12-0 with every chance to make this again, something I've been trying to do for such a long time now. We're just getting that double 15-0 on 2 accounts. Now, I should have had it before. What a finish, Mateo again. You like the... That was almost a Trivela or a toe poke, but it still curves the other way. Ridiculous finishing. I don't know what's going on there. This one upsets me. I hate those first time over the tops. Anyway, but yeah, this is something I've tried to do for so long, and that's a pen. That feels so unlucky. It's not a good sign in this 13th game here. But for so long, obviously, so I should have had this. I should have had a double 15 at some point earlier on in the year, if it weren't for hackers. There have been several weekends where my only loss has been to a hacked match or a forced disconnect or something like that. I think one might have been due to actual servers going down with EA, but again, pretty much everything else is, you know, you're just facing hackers. We are down 2 here in game 13. And this is something I've integrated in my game. I actually want to talk about this one. Take a look at Vitinha's positioning here. So I believe I'm sending them all on runs, but Vitinha's on that queued run, and what that means, because that was an L1 press, he's only able to go in a straight line. So of course this run is not very useful. You actually want him up in that space. So what do I do about it? This is the... It's not showing my inputs. That's so annoying. Yeah, you can't see the L1 button press. I'm sorry, chat. The controller overlay seems to just not work sometimes. You'll see that complete direction change, and that fools the opponent entirely. So that's L1. I press L1 on him again to send him forward on that run. And then I flick the right stick up. So flicking the right stick immediately after doing L1 or R1 will send the player in that direction. So it just completely fools the opposition. It's a very, very clever play. And you get Vitinha in the perfect spot there. Good play there. And we're able just about... Oh, lucky with the bounce. Say unlucky with some of the animations, but lucky with the bounces, and there we go. Ball in the back of the net. We're tied. Got every chance of winning this one once again. Yeah, definitely, I wasn't able to take advantage of it much in the 4-4-1-1. The manually queued runs in that one, I think you're just a little too congested, so you really don't get the space to. Wait, did I miss something with that last game? Because this was the final goal. Oh, this was... That's right. He doesn't do it immediately, so I don't show it. I'm sorry, I forget to do the clip, chat. But that's 4-4, and he leaves. Because it was only a 2-goal comeback, and I mean, that guy had every chance to still be in that game. But no, he... excuse me. He goes, no, you know what, it is, 4-4. I think people forget that the patch was made a couple months back, because pretty much nobody does this. But the patch was made a couple months back where if you do leave in the second half and it's a tied game, the win does go to the other person. So I think they were trying to be toxic and ensuring I don't get any win. Probably upset that I'm trying so hard to come back, but I want my 15. Nice little play. Ooh, a little heavy, but pretty fortunate with some of the movement. Great finish, Malta. Yeah, anyway. I think he was forgetting that was a patch and trying to be toxic and failing. So perhaps a little lucky in that one. If he continued going on, we were a tied match. Who knows what could have happened. That one with Sane, I was super annoyed when that one went in. But watching it back, that's a pretty decent goal. Of all the goals to concede in this game, that's probably one of the best ones I've conceded all year. Speaking of nice little goals, though, great move there. Very hard for the opponent to defend it. Eventually just pulled the center back out too far. Oh, unfortunately, that's not getting through. Nice interception from Lacroix there. And, oh, again, not the best play from me. Are we going to choke this a little bit here at the end? Definitely not going to hope so. Of course, we're going to try to take advantage of the kickoff. This is one of the... Oh, and it bounces back to me. One of the most powerful ways to score. Pulls the center back out way too far. Low driven's too powerful. Easy goal there from Neymar. We've got the lead here again. Once again, very important. A throw-in two. Now, I seem to score from a lot of throw-ins. I don't know what it is, but the attack positioning off of set pieces just seems that much stronger. And here, Mateo, you've seen me do that move sometimes. The L1 McGeady, or L1 Burberspin, 3-turn touch exit. I don't know what they call it. It's the McGeady spin button input, but you're holding L1. And then you cancel it with L2, R2. Oh, and the power shot to finish off in this one. Nice there. Well, we are at the end. I changed the scoreboard in the top to reflect 29. We're actually 39-0 with the qualifiers counted, but 29-0 for the finals. Every chance to make it 30 for one weekend. Are we going to do so? The final game of the weekend never seems to be the most difficult for me. So we get a pretty easy goal going there. Now Lucky, once again with the bounces. Really just might be looking like this weekend's going to fall our way. That's a 2-goal lead, 13 minutes in. Seems pretty easy. We're not going to let it fall from there. And we've got this one with, that's Paolo Maldini, of all players, to send us through to the 30. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to show you that clip live. Let's go ahead and watch. I'm sorry, did Maldini just score that on his left? That was 29. That was the game for 30 now. That might be the best goal ever for 15 now. It was a center back. Ostensibly a center back, by the way. Most Maldini thing ever. Let's go! Come on. I don't know how to properly celebrate that. Ah, first time this year. Finally, man. It was left too. Exactly, man. Who was that against? Goalkeeper not covering himself in glory there. It's Emmy. Hello, YouTube. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. We had such an easy game for the final one. Thank you, EA. The final game of the weekend is never like the most difficult one. What a goal by Paolo. I think I'm going to put Anticipate and Bruiser on Maldini and just keep him in my team for the rest of the year. What a phenomenal way to end this. Wow, what a game. What an actual game. Okay, so we got cooked on the other account. Absolutely just sold. It was like, aside from 2 players for the tradable pack, it was the worst it could have possibly been. Like, I made 60k over the bare minimum price point. This almost cannot be worse, right? Yeah, it's Quickstep plus Maldini. As a cam, okay, it's up to you, Mitch. Anyway, come on, give me something, game. 2 in a row. You have to do something to reward that. I won't complain about a blue in the first one, even though she's 13k. Come on. Obviously, I'm not expecting much in the 87s. That feels about right. All right, game. I'm not going to reveal all these. We're going to properly open these now. Yeah, she was there in the second slot for the other picks. Let's do the final slot. I mean, he's cheap, so it doesn't mean anything. He's actually a really good card? No, he's not the one I'm thinking of. Never mind. Trent, I mean, there's value there. I'm not going to complain about that. And sells. How tall is he? He's 6'2". I'll probably go with Trent here because Saka's so cheap on the market. I'll just buy a Saka. Trent is, as you might imagine, not my style of fullback, but he is a very, very good card, I can assure you. Very good. We might as well go with him. I think he's more than Saka, so. Let's open the last slot last here. Come on, game. I'm looking for one of the 3 center backs. One of the 3 center backs, game. Come on. That's the same slot against cells. That's, yeah. Okay. Fine. It's about what you expect. Come on, game. That's the same slot again. Is this cells again? It's not. It's the other goalie. Come on. Yeah, this is not what we're. Alright, game. Red player picks used to be exciting. It used to be that like every card in Team of the Season used to get in your team though, you know what I mean? Even though like, yeah, it's the cheapest squad we've kind of ever had for most of the cards, but like, we've never had cards that are basically Team of the Season level before Team of the Season throughout your entire team. Like, you used to look at somebody like these two and go, you know what, I could use them for just like a week or two until I get a better Bundes or Serie A card, you know, whatever, but like, wow, these are bad. I think I'm really just going to go for rating here. I'm not going to use... I mean, Matoma's fine to check out. I'm sure he's cheap, though. Well, that couldn't have been too much worse. I mean, Trent's not horrible, I suppose. This card doesn't show. What's his price? His announced final season. He's 70k. Okay, it doesn't matter. What? Rank 1 doesn't give you enough to automatically qualify? You at least got a 96. I got a 96 Mariana on the other account. We're about to get so screwed over these, aren't we? 2 accounts, man. 2 rank 1s. You cannot be this bad. I think it is all the first ones here. Got a couple of those though. We might save. So I'm planning on saving some of these for Liga, which is what I'm expecting to be my favorite squad. So I'm thinking we'll save the 85-30s here. We'll do an 86-10. It's purple. I don't think the purple cards are at this squad. I don't recognize this card. Of course, there's somebody behind her, I'm sure. Followed by Matoma. All right. If you win, you still don't qualify, but if you... Yeah. Exactly. We might give Matoma a try. Is he inside forward? No. Anyway. Okay, what's next? Come on, EA. I mean, the tradable is what I really want. It's somebody to sell. That's the 11. That's the 3. We'll do the 88-10 next. Somebody just with value on the market. Even if it's like a 200k card, I'll be okay. It's gotta be. It can't be 2 in a row game. It cannot. Okay. That's tied with Trent. That's the highest rate. Oh, I mean, I'm excited, though none of these cards sell. I can't really complain about 5 in a pack, though. Okay, 100k. I'm not going to complain too much about that. This is tradable, at least. Obviously, not a card I plan on using. Not a bad card, not horrible, but hey, we might make some value off of this one. I'm just gonna send the rest up here. We'll deal with it later. Look at me trying to justify, though. I used to get... Part of what really tempted me to PC was, like... Not just PC. I did it on console, too. But when I got PC, it was, like, guaranteed top 100 the first year I moved over in 21. And you got the guaranteed 11 Team of the Week pack. Or the guaranteed 11 Team of the Season pack. And that year, the 11 Team of the Season, there were only 15 cards. And it was tradable. None of this untradeable where there's like 30 cards available. Think about it. 11 Team of the Season. Only 4 of which you miss. So you miss Salah, VVD, Gabriel, and who's the next most expensive? Saliba. You miss those 4. You still make some money off of... I forget who else is in the squad. I think there's someone like... You still make some money off of Rice. You have to at least get somebody. This here, just the fact that they're diluted like this is wild. We'll do the tradable here. That's going to be Toon again, isn't it? Nope. Fowler? I thought she was a right wing, though. No, that's Chris Wood. Excuse me. It's the other 94 left back. It's not the cheapest card, but that's no fun. Get Chris Wooded. Anticipate. My favorite for center backs is probably intercept, then anticipate, then quick step right now. I can't even list my dang card. I'm just trying to sell somebody. Go. Come on. Did not think my experience could be getting even worse right now. There we go. I just got so Chris Wooded. Wood 3 times this week. I'm going to do the icon next because there's basically nobody from this I'm going to use. But if I get somebody of value, again, I'm not going to complain. Even if I don't use them. Come on, game. Show me something. Make up for how bad this has been. I think some... I'm not going to use them because I'm too sentimental to my... Quoto Evo. It could be worse. You'd probably expect me to... Oh my... What? A card like that being 30k is wild. I mean, I'm not going to get her just off the price of it. How's this Embrata? Intercept is great. There's no anticipate that ruins it immediately. No passing. Frostproven's great, obviously, but... No, it's just... He's missing so many things. He's already so high rated to get future Evos, too. If I could customize cards like this, take away Rabbit, give him Anticipate or something, but no. Yeah, I'd be at least decent, but yeah, that was... I did not expect her to be that cheap. Anyway, hope you're all excited for... I have 22 of these. Hope you're all excited for Liga Team of the Season, because I've got a lot of packs. This is like a 10th of them, I promise you. Anyway, this is the big one. This is theoretically why we do this weekend. I'm more excited for Liga, or for La Liga, but this is the second most excited just for the center backs. Come on, game. Show me something. That's McCabe. It's a 94. I think that's higher rated than my other account started. Could be anything behind her. It's not exciting. Wow. I already got him, game. I mean, McAllister's pricey, I think. Yeah, he's got some value. She's not the absolute cheapest. He's not the cheapest. He's holding some value still. This is significantly better than the other account. This is still horrendous, considering what this used to be. Again, I have to harp on the idea that these packs used to be guaranteed 11. So out of these, it's more than 11 now. Or it used to be 11 out of 18. It might have been 11 out of 18 instead of 15. I forget. But the point being, you miss out on a bunch of these cards. You're still guaranteed at least a Palmer, at least a Rice, somebody with some value. But the problem is, these cards are all so diluted. You're just not, like... Palmer should be, like, guaranteed out of these, you know what I mean? Everybody can afford them. But nobody's really going to complain about getting, oh, it's Cole Palmer. A lot of people like him in real life. He's got a decent card, whatever. But the fact that the best... Oh, my God, Cam. Again, I don't mind. I'm barely going to use any of these cards. And I could buy... I could almost buy this whole team. Right? Yeah, it was McAllister is the only value there. And of course I don't like him because he's average and normal. It's not a bad card. Not bad at all. Press proven's great. First touch great. Spade, he's missing intercept. He really is. But I absolutely see why people would like this card. But I have the Evo Conte, which is very similar and just better. Oh, man. Alright, well, there we go.